여러분, 안녕하세요. Today we will talk about the difference between particles 은, 는, and 이, 가. Particles 은, 는, and 이, 가 are the most confusing and difficult particles for Korean learners. And since there's no particles in English, it is very hard to understand. Moreover, if you know more Korean vocabulary and expressions, I can explain with many different types of sentences, but you've just learned 저는 학생이에요 or 저는 학생이 아니에요. It is not easy to explain, but I'll try my best. If you can understand, that's great. If not, don't worry about it. We will discuss about it again before the end of this semester. 은는 is topic particle and 이가 is subject particle. Then what is the difference between topic and subject in English? Isn't that same? If you talk about something, that's the topic you're talking about and that is the subject you're talking about. So I know book explained better, but I just want to delete these and just give you simple example. 스티브는 학생이에요. 스티브가 학생이에요. In English, it means Steve is a student. Then what is the difference between 스티브는 학생이에요 and 스티브가 학생이에요? We use topic particle 은 or 는 when we emphasize this part. Something after. 은 and 는. And we use subject particle 이 or 가 when we emphasize this part, something in front. Let me give you an example. If I ask you a question like, is Steve a singer? Your answer is, no. Steve is not a singer. Steve is a student. 학생. When you have to emphasize 학생. He's not a singer. He's 학생. Then you use 은 and 는. And if I ask you a question like, who is a student? Then you have to say, oh, Steve is a student, not Michael or Susie, but Steve is a student. Then you use 가, 학생이에요. Steve가 학생이에요. Okay, so if I ask you a question like, is Steve a singer? Your answer is, Steve는 학생이에요. Steve는 가수가 아니에요. 학생이에요. If I ask you a question like, who is a student? You have to say, Steve가 학생이에요. Okay, now my question is, Michael is Korean, right? Can you think about these two sentences? What's the correct answer? Michael is Korean, right? You have to say, no. Michael is not Korean. Michael은 미국 사람이에요. He's not Korean, but he's American. On textbook page 70, there are 3 examples. 1번, 이름이 뭐예요? 이름이 뭐예요? 이 and 가 emphasize something before. So 이름이 뭐예요? What is your name? You emphasize name. And B says Steve Wilson이에요. So if I say this in English, A says, what is your name? B answered, Steve Wilson. But if I say this in complete sentence, 저는 Steve Wilson이에요. 저는 Steve Wilson이에요. You emphasize this part. I said, 은는 emphasize something after. 커피가 맛있어요. 커피가, you are talking about coffee. So if I ask you a question like, what is delicious? You say, 커피가 맛있어요. You're not talking about cake or ice cream, but coffee is delicious. 한국어 수업이 어때요? How is Korean class? Be answered. 재미있어요. It's fun. If I answer this in complete sentence, you can say 한국어 수업이 재미있어요. You're not talking about other classes, but you're talking about Korean class. So 한국어 수업이 재미있어요. Okay, let's do exercise together. This is on your textbook, page 71. Fill in the blanks with the subject particle 이가. This is not hard because there's no 은는 and 이가. You only have 이가. So you use 이 after a noun that ends in a consonant and 가 after a noun that ends in vowel. So if you have 받침, then use 이. If there's no 받침 at the end of noun, then you use 가. 학교 음식이 어때요? You have 받침, so you use 이. 학교 음식이 어때요? 맛있어요. Or you can say 학교 음식이 맛있어요. 한국 친구가 많아요. There's no 받침, so you use 가. 한국 친구가 많아요? 네, 한국 친구가 많아요. 이름이 뭐예요? There's 받침, so you use 이. 이름이 뭐예요? 리사예요. Let me answer this in complete sentence. 이름이 뭐예요? 제 이름은 리사예요. 이름이 뭐예요? This person wanna know. 이름, name. 이름이 뭐예요? 제 이름은, my name is 제 이름은, you have to emphasize Lisa. You want to say you're Lisa. You're not Jenny or Jessica, but you're Lisa. So that's why you use 은. I'm going to continue textbook page 71. Okay, now you have 은, 는, 이, 가, and 도. 도 is particular. It means also. 1번. 이름이 뭐예요? 이름이 뭐예요? 김유미예요. If you want to say this in complete sentence, you can say 저는 김유미예요. I'm 김유미. Or 제 이름은 김유미예요. My name is 김유미. So you emphasize 김유미예요. 은 and 는 emphasize something after. 2번. 학교 식당이 어때요? 커피가 맛있어요. 리사. 소피아 씨 2학년이에요? 소피아 answered. 네, 2학년이에요. 리사 씨도 2학년이에요? 아니요, 저는 1학년이에요. I use 도 here because Sophia said she's a sophomore and asked question, are you also a sophomore? No, I'm not a sophomore. I am a freshman. So you have to emphasize freshman. I'm not a sophomore, I'm freshman. Okay, next. 제니는 미국 사람이에요. 미국 사람. Steve, 미국 사람. So you use 도. 제니는 미국 사람이에요. 스티브도 미국 사람이에요. However, Michael is not 미국 사람. Michael is 한국 사람. You have to emphasize 한국 사람. So you use Michael은 한국 사람이에요. 아이고, I doubled 은 here. So Michael은 한국 사람이에요. Okay, hopefully you understood the difference between 은는 and 이가. Just remember, 이가 emphasize something before 이가. and 은는 emphasize something after 은는. 오케이, 감사합니다. Bye.